I remember when I took this blood test and I told myself, if it comes back saying that I'm allergic to chocolate, I would just rather die than give up chocolate.
Started my day off with 32 ounces of lemon water, then took my B12, and then my liposomal C, and now I'm having 32 ounces of celery juice. For brunch, I am having a glass of barley grass juice powder mixed with some coconut water, and then I'm having this delicious bowl of fruit made of frozen raspberries, some wild blueberries, and some mango, and then I mashed up a banana mixed with some maple syrup.
Hi guys, how is everyone doing? Welcome back to another day of my healing journey here on YouTube. One with no fat and plant-based, and just I am loving it. But anyways, I'm gonna tell you guys a little story today because I have been watching YouTube videos and I just find it so odd for me to have a certain feeling around these videos that I've been watching, and just thinking back to how I used to think versus now. And let me even just start off by telling you what I've been watching. I've been watching these videos on people sharing their cheat days. And these are like healthy fitness people showing what they eat on a cheat day. And it's like crazy amounts of fat and sugar, and just like it's 10,000 calories, and they're it's I mean, I'm drawn to watching it because it's like watching someone eat all of that and remain slim and still have their body and be able to bounce back. I mean, who wouldn't want to do that, right? It's like, who wouldn't want to be able to eat 20 donuts in a day, a huge pizza, hamburger, candy bars, ice cream, all in a day and still look fine? You know, that's like superpowers to me. But, you know, I will tell you that what you don't see, like, and that's the part that, like, it's so enticing, it's so attractive for me to watch all of those kind of things, because it makes you feel like, wow, this person's like superhuman, right? And everybody wants to be able to do that. But what you don't see is all the stuff that's happening in the inside of the body, your insides. And now that I have the knowledge and the understanding, the information of what is taking place internally when you eat these foods, when you consume high amounts of processed sugar and fats mixed together, and what damage can be happening inside, now it makes me cringe. And it didn't before. You know, I'll share this story with you. It was this is like 2005, I think, back when I was like 25 years old, and I had mentioned to you that I had broke out in hives, and my dermatologist was like, well, that's not your eczema. We're going to take a blood test and let's try to find what you're allergic to. So she just tested me because I refused to do the test, the allergy test with the 100 needles going into your back. Yeah, I was like, no, not doing that. So she said, I'll just give you the test and let's just test you for your blood on the top 5-10 allergens. Okay, so dust mites was one of them, and chocolate was on there. Let me just tell you, I loved chocolate so much that I remember telling myself, if this test results come back and it tells me that I'm allergic to chocolate, I would rather die than give up chocolate. It was that crazy. I mean, I'm okay without chocolate now. I'm totally fine without it. But back then, when I think it's what it is I wasn't feeling well. And food, especially certain foods, they gave you that high. They gave you that little bit of relief of feeling better, that energy, that burst of adrenaline, that it did all of that. And that's what food did to me. And I think that that's what a lot of people are associating. It's like you associate these foods with happiness. And what I realized now that I've learned what these foods like donuts and high sugared and processed foods and pizza and hamburgers and all those kind of things that we associate happiness with, now I understand what it's doing to my insides, like my internal body. And I'm not saying you can never have those ever again. All I'm saying is it's doing a lot more harm than you realize. And it's only giving you a temporary happiness. Whereas if you live a life where you lower your fats and you consume more fruits and vegetables and you really support your body so that when you do indulge in these things, you can bounce back a lot better and it not have it just really take down your whole health. And I think that that's what was the biggest thing that I learned from this whole health journey is the impact of those foods having on my body. And now that I understand that, I don't have that connection with those foods because now by eating the way that I do and living the lifestyle that I do, I have more energy. So I don't need to turn to those foods to get more energy. I am actually happier. Believe it or not, those sorts of foods actually play with your emotions. They do have an effect on you. They do make you roller coaster up and down. They do make you depressed. They make you have super high highs and super low lows. You know, it does play a part in all of that. And that's why it's you know, did you know that they did a study on sugar and they actually saw that the same place where refined sugar, how it reacts to the brain and how it ignites certain parts of the brain is the same part of the brain that is ignited when you take cocaine. It's like you're taking cocaine. And that is why there's so much sugar in everything, because these companies want you to come back and eat it. It's addictive. They know it's addictive. And you're going to want it some more and more and more. And you're going to keep coming back and they're going to get money in their pocket. And it's a sad cycle, but that's what's happening. And that's why yes, sugar is a preservative, but it also is an addictive form to it. And it gets you to buy more. It gets you to remember it. It gets you on this high. And so once I broke free from all of that, surprisingly, I don't crave those kind of things anymore. One, I'm supplying my body with fruit sugar, so I'm getting enough glucose and my body isn't starving from glucose. And two, I broke the habit of all those terrible refined sugars. So I'm now not attached to it. I don't really have a yearning for it. Every once in a while, I may want to eat something like an ice cream or so. But I'm satisfied by eating a banana ice cream. You know, I do crave chocolate every once in a while, but it's like, oh, I haven't had it for a while, I feel like having it. It's not the, oh my gosh, I really need to have it, like addicted, like drug addict kind of mentality towards chocolate. So I just kind of want to share that, you know, coming from a person, trust me, I wasn't always eating this way, and I had very big emotional attachments to certain foods, especially around dessert. I was not a big meat eater, but I was a very big dessert eater and cheese eater and bread eater. So those things I was very much attached to. And now that I understand what it did to my body, that was how I found the drive to detach from those foods and really just go through the detox process, go through the emotional detox process, and know that as you are having these cravings during your cleansing and detoxing periods, just means that you are detoxing on a deeper level. So if I can do it, you can too.
This afternoon I took a walk and now I'm back and I'm having a green juice and an apple that will help to refuel my body's glucose and mineral salts. For dinner, I'm keeping it simple as usual, and I just sliced up some cucumbers, chopped up some cauliflower, washed off some grape tomatoes, and steamed some potatoes. And I'm just gonna dip it in some honey mustard. That is it for today, you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.